Femicide and domestic violence in the Nordic countries has become a major issue. And it's not one that I think is at the forefront of the governments that are supposed to be leading in this space. And for me personally, I mean, obviously I'm immersed in this topic at a global level, but I have noticed a number of comments from women from the Nordic countries, Iceland, Denmark, Finland, talking about this issue. So every time there's a post on DV or femicide, they'll say it's a lot worse down here. It's really bad. It's really bad. So I started doing a bit of research into this area just to maybe take a bit of time to call it out and just name some of that. So I think let's not assume that they're all the same, because there are some variations within what is grouped as the Nordic countries. And you can see from this graph, the percentage of women experiencing domestic violence varies, all quite high, of course. And this is a European context of this. So when you look at that from a Europe perspective, about a third of women experiencing, significant levels of violence. But also when you compare those Nordic countries in terms of the average across Europe, but the femicide as well. So it's not just DV, it's femicide as well, which is a major issue. And the levels of impunity associated with all of this are significant. Very few charges. We know that, that is a pattern that plays out globally. But the reason I am flagging this in the group that I'm describing it as Nordic is because I came across something when I was doing this research for the post that is called the Nordic paradox, which I think is patriarchy's way of framing what is an excuse for not doing anything about it. I mean, essentially what they're saying is that the Nordic paradox is a backlash of women's equality within the Nordic countries, where it's been reported, and some of the evidence would support this, that a lot of their policies on equality for women are quite progressive. They've gone really far, and the consequence of that has been violence against women and girls and femicide, and that's the paradox that they're framing. Now, I think there's a real danger with this kind of narrative, in my opinion, that deflects accountability from where accountability should lie. This is a major issue that is affecting these countries significantly. And I think some of this framing that is being used is perpetuating the issue.